So I'm here with a friend today, hello Stefan, as he wanted to make a video with me, and doing this alone would be kinda boring and over way too soon, so here Stefan, introduce yourself.
Hello, I am Stefan, I'm a friend of Ben, you know me from the comments, and subscribe for 50 subs Q&A.
So anyway, I wanted to do something for May the 4th, but only thought of it Monday, so we are pretty quick video by ranking some lightsaber fights. This is also Stefan's first YouTube recording, and he had to write his own script, so don't expect that much of it. For example, look at my first video and you will see what I mean. There will be an honorable mention, not a dishonorable, because we both decided that we didn't want to watch the sequels, and it's Celebration of Star Wars, no time to slaughtering sequels today. We will be looking at live action fights, because watching the animated fight didn't fit in my schedule. We also don't know each other's list yet. So we will be reacting to each other live and for the first time. Having said that, let's get into it. So at first I had this as my honorable mention, my P5, but I switched it when started writing the script, and now it's P5 from episode 3, Obi-Wan, Anakin and Count Dooku from the opening scene of the movie. The main reason why is because of the ice cold finishing of Count Dooku, otherwise it would have just been my honorable mention. I also love how he fights easily and elegant in all of his fighting scenes. Casting Christopher Lee was definitely the best way to go for Count Dooku. And of course the do at me makes this scene way better. Although my 6th place is pretty close. I won't unveil that one yet. Anyway, both live action and the Clone Wars TV show, this trio is really good in the fighting scenes. And the scene after it is awesome as well. But I won't take that scene into account. But Stefan, what is your P5?
My P5 is Kenobi versus Darth Vader from the Kenobi series.
The first fight or the second fight? Like the one with the stones or not?
Yeah, the one with the stones, when Darth Vader just again got fox smashed by Kenobi.
Do not fox smash my door.
Yes.
Do not fox smash my helmet.
So yes, for a sequel it was a decent fight.
Yeah, nah, for Disney. It's not a sequel luckily, but still it's made by Disney, so it's shit. So that's P5. Let's move on to P4. So Stefan, you're first now for P4. Which one is your P4?
Episode 6, Luke versus Darth Vader on the Death Star, when Emperor Palpatine also got thrown off the balcony from...
thrown into outer space from the Death Star 2.
He was the imposter. So...
Okay.
Yes, that was a good fight with a lot of action. Just, yes, decent again.
Okay. In P4, I have Vader versus Luke Skywalker from episode 5.
Ooh.
The hand cut off. Yes, that makes it a little better. Yes. Ski dum dum, yes. No, Luke, I am your father. When Luke jumped out of the carbonite chamber was one of the best scenes of this fight. And Luke actually hit Vader on his shoulder, like on the actual flesh. That's why you see him gripping to it, and I'm gripping to my actual arm right now, but I forgot that I'm recording audio. So, and of course he jumped off at the end there to get catched by Lando a few scenes later. No, not Lando Norris. Lando Calrissian, I get that's his name, right? Anyway, let's move on to P3. So my P3 is episode 6, Luke versus Vader. I think it edges episode 5 by a fair bit. Like, it wasn't close, it's just like way better than episode 5's fight. The main reason is that Luke channels his anger, and of course in the end Vader turning good. One bias factor is that Luke has a green lightsaber, and I know it sounds dumb, but I think green versus red is way better than blue versus red. And then you have the ending with the Senate getting thrown over the Death Star 2's railing. So I can talk more, but let's just take a look at the P3 of Stefan. So what do you have in P3?
My P3 is Yoda versus the Senate from episode 3.
Yes.
Because it was just an epic fight with lots of lightsaber collisions with a nice sound, and that fight in the room was very everywhere, so
All over the place.
yes, all over the place. So yeah, that's just why this is my P3.
And that's explained very well. So let's move on to P2 and then the honorable mention.
My P2 is the fight between Darth Maul, Obi-Wan Kenobi and
Qui-Gon.
yeah, Qui-Gon. Thanks. It was just a lot of action in that fight. What fight I'm talking. That Qui-Gon just died because Darth Maul stick his lightsaber in his organ.
I thought you were gonna say stick his lightsaber in his butthole for a second there, but his organ sounds better.
And that Obi-Wan Kenobi just cut off Darth Maul his legs. It was a lot of action, a great fighting scene, but it is nothing in comparison of P1.
Okay, so before I unveil P2, I just want to say that the top two is very close and that it could be interchangeable with each other. And it's a matter of personal preference for this one. And bias. I can hear the comments screaming, the hitman's getting called and Stefan putting a gun onto my head. Anyway, in P2 I have Anakin versus Obi-Wan from episode 3. Yes, I know it's controversial, but it's still a perfect 10 out of 10 movie fight. So then why is it at number 1? Well, I like the other one more. Oh, and Stefan is taking the high ground to take me out. Speaking about the high ground, Obi-Wan took it. Anyway, it's an emotional roller coaster and a crashing bromance mixed with a vile combat. I love it, but the other one is just a little better for me. Stefan, put the gun away! So for my honorable mention, it's my 6th favorite. Is it your 6th favorite too, or is it just a random one which you thought is good?
No. It's just you had it also in your top 5.
No, but is it like my honorable mention is my 6th favorite? If we were doing a top 6,
Yeah, I have also the top 6.
Yeah, okay, good. So mine is Kenobi versus Vader, yes, on from the Kenobi show, and the second one with Vader getting stoned. I have the second fight, of course, because the first fight was a bigger pile of dog shit than the 2021 Haas-car from Formula 1. And yes, I know that it's very cool, but I think that the Count Dooku's elegant sweeps a little more better than a robo guy doing his business. Although the helmet reveal and the stoning of Vader is pretty cool. How about your honorable mention?
My honorable mention is Luke versus Darth Vader on that also on the floating island.
Yes.
I don't like it as much as the fight between Darth Vader and Obi-Wan Kenobi between the stones, because there is not a lot of action in that fighting scene.
But like, is this from episode 5 or from episode 6?
Episode 5.
5, okay, yes. Yeah, I get that there's not a lot of action. I could understand that, yes. So like, after P2, we were both instantly like, we have the same P2 but in other order. Anyway, you still have to tell them which is your P1, Stefan.
My P1 is episode 3, Anakin versus Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Obvious choice.
Yes, on Mustafar, that fight just was too epic. I seen that movie like 6 times because of the fight scenes in that movie. It was just spectacular and I love it.
Fair. Well, I don't have that at number 1 because I added that too. And there's a hitman in front of my door. Lock the fucking door. Okay, anyway.
He has high ground.
He has the fucking high ground. Okay. Well, my number 1 is the episode 1 hallway fight. Rather controversially, not Obi-Wan versus Anakin, but it's the hallway fight, as I said before. I am biased, of course. The Phantom Menace was the first Star Wars film that I saw. And I loved it when Maul put on his double-sided blades. And Ewan McGregor and Ray Park's fight was amazing at the end. I believe that they practiced so much that they had to slow the footage down. But from Qui-Gon's to Maul's death, I loved this scene. Having said that, I am Ben.
And I'm Stefan.
And we wish you all a happy May the 4th. And may the Force be with you always.
Ba da 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 da.